Lena wiped the last drop of dust from the shiny glass table. Her arms were tired and her feet ached from walking all day. She looked around the huge hotel room. It was very beautiful, with soft lights and big windows that showed the city below. The Skyview Hotel was the most expensive hotel in the city. Only the richest people could stay here. Lena worked as a cleaning girl at the hotel. Every day, she cleaned many rooms from early morning until late at night. Her job was hard and the pay was small. But Lena never complained. She needed this job to help her family. Her mother was sick and her little brother needed school. Lena wanted to make a better life for herself and her family. Sometimes she dreamed about leaving this dusty world behind and finding a new home in the stars. The Skyview Hotel was famous not just for its views, but also for its guests. Today, Lena was cleaning the penthouse suite. This room was very special. It belonged to Eli Vance, the youngest millionaire on earth. Eli was famous for creating smart machines that helped people in many ways. Some said he was a genius, and others said he was a mystery. No one really knew him well because he was always busy with his work and travels. Lena felt nervous whenever she cleaned this suite. The room was huge and everything looked expensive. The bed was soft, the carpets were thick, and the furniture was made of rare wood. Lena tried not to touch too much. She worked quickly but carefully. The long day made Lena very tired. She had started cleaning at 6 in the morning and had just finished the last room, but her body did not want to keep moving. She looked at the big bed in Eli's room and felt the soft sheets under her fingers. For a moment, she thought about how nice it would be to rest just a little. Without thinking much, Lena sat on the edge of the bed. Her eyes were heavy, and soon she slowly lay down. The soft pillows and the warm blanket felt like a gentle hug. Lena's eyes closed, and she fell asleep. Minutes passed quietly. The hotel was calm and still. Outside, the city lights blinked far below, and the sky turned dark. Lena dreamed of a better future of flying spaceships, new cities, and a life full of hope. Suddenly, the sound of the door opening broke the silence. Lena woke up with a start. Her heart beat fast. She looked around and saw a tall man standing in the doorway. It was Eli Vance. Eli looked surprised. He froze for a moment, then smiled gently. He did not shout or get angry. Instead, he walked closer and sat on a chair near the bed. "Are you okay?" Eli asked quietly. Lena felt her cheeks turn red. She quickly sat up and said, "I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't mean to sleep here. I was just very tired." Eli shook his head. "No need to be sorry. You look exhausted." Lena looked down, embarrassed. "I have been working a lot. I just wanted to rest for a moment." Eli nodded slowly. "I understand. This city moves fast, and sometimes people forget to rest." Lena looked at him carefully. She did not expect kindness from a millionaire. Most of the people she met looked down on her or ignored her. But Eli was different. "Would you like some water?" Eli asked and stood up. Lena nodded, and Eli walked to a small table. He poured water into a glass and handed it to her. "Thank you," Lena said softly and drank slowly. Eli watched her with interest. "You work here, cleaning the rooms?" "Yes, sir. I clean the hotel rooms every day," Lena said, feeling shy. "Do you like your job?" Eli asked. Lena thought for a moment. "It is hard work. Sometimes I am tired, but I like helping my family." Eli smiled. "That is important." They talked quietly for a few more minutes. Lena told Eli about her dreams. She wanted to study science and build machines one day. Eli listened carefully. "You have big dreams," Eli said. "That is good. Dreams are the first step to success." Lena felt hope growing inside her. She looked at Eli and saw not only a rich man but someone who believed in her. Eli stood up and said, "I am going to leave for a trip soon. But when I return, I want you to help me in my suite. I need someone I can trust." Lena was surprised. Me? But I'm just a cleaning girl. Eli smiled kindly. Sometimes people have talents that no one notices. I want to see yours. Lena's heart beat fast. She could not believe what she heard. Thank you, sir. I will do my best. Lena said. Eli nodded. Good. Rest now. You deserve it. Lena stayed awake a little longer, thinking about what had happened. She felt a strange excitement mixed with nervousness. This was not just a simple job anymore. Something new was beginning. The next day, Lena came back to the hotel. Eli was waiting for her at the entrance. He showed her a small room near his suite. It was filled with books and machines. Eli said this was a place where Lena could learn and work with his smart machines. Lena looked around with wide eyes. She saw books about science, computers, and robots. There were also small machines that could talk and move. Eli said, "You can stay here while I am away. Try to learn from these books. If you have questions, you can ask my assistant." Lena nodded eagerly. This was a chance she had never dreamed of. She promised herself to work hard and not waste this opportunity. Days passed, and Lena spent every free moment reading and practicing. The hotel workers noticed a change in her. She was still the same kind girl, but now her eyes shone with hope and knowledge. One evening, Eli returned from his trip. He found Lena in the learning room, focused on a machine. "You have done well," he said with a smile. Lena looked up and smiled back. "Thank you for trusting me." Eli and Lena had started a new journey together. It was a story of dreams, hope, and the power of kindness. Lena was no longer just a cleaning girl. She was a young woman who dared to dream beyond the stars. The morning sun shone through the tall windows of the Skyview Hotel. Lena felt excited, but also a little nervous. Today was her first full day working directly with Eli Vance in his penthouse suite. She wore her simple uniform, but inside she felt like she was wearing a new armor, hope, and courage. Eli had been kind and patient with her since the day he found her asleep on his bed. He saw something special in Lena, something she had hidden deep inside herself. Now he wanted to give her a chance to learn and grow. But Lena still wondered what this new job really meant. As Lena entered the penthouse, the door slid open smoothly, and the room looked even bigger than before. The walls were decorated with bright paintings and strange machines blinking softly. A small robot stood in the corner, quietly cleaning the floor. Lena smiled and felt less scared. Eli was sitting at a long desk filled with papers and screens. He looked up and smiled when he saw her. "Good morning, Lena," he said kindly. "Are you ready for today?" Lena nodded. "Yes, sir, I am ready." Eli stood and walked toward her. "You don't have to call me sir. Just Eli is fine." Lena smiled shyly. "Okay, Eli." Eli then showed Lena around the room. "This is where I work on my projects," he explained. "I create machines and programs to help people. But sometimes even I need help." Lena listened carefully. She wanted to learn everything. "Do you like machines?" Eli asked. Lena thought. For a moment, "Yes, I love how they can do many things. But I don't know much about making them." Eli nodded. "That is why I want to teach you. You have a good mind. I saw it when you helped fix my AI assistant." Lena blushed. She had not expected Eli to remember. "Let me introduce you to my assistant," Eli said. "This is Aria, a smart AI robot. Aria helps me with many tasks." The small robot moved forward and spoke in a soft voice. "Hello, Lena. It is nice to meet you." Lena felt amazed. "Hello, Aria. You look very smart." Eli laughed softly. "Aria can learn and talk like a person. You can ask her questions and practice with her." For the rest of the morning, Lena learned how to talk with Aria. The robot answered her questions about science and technology. Lena was surprised how much she could understand when the answers were simple and clear. At lunch, Eli and Lena ate together in the hotel dining room. The food was delicious, but Lena barely noticed. Her mind was full of new ideas and questions. Eli smiled and said, "You are very curious. That is a good sign." Lena looked at Eli and felt thankful. She never thought a millionaire would care about her dreams. After lunch, Eli had a meeting to attend. He told Lena to continue learning with Aria and explore the machines in his lab. The room was filled with tools, wires, and half-built robots. Lena's eyes grew wide. She carefully examined a small flying drone. It looked complicated, but she remembered what she read in the books. She touched the buttons and watched the drone move slowly in the air. A small smile appeared on her face. Suddenly, the drone stopped moving. Lena's heart beat faster. She pushed some buttons, but nothing happened. "What did I do wrong?" Lena whispered. Before she could worry more, Aria's voice came from a speaker. "Lena, the drone's power is low. Try charging it." Lena looked around and found a small charger. She connected it, and after a few minutes, the drone started flying again. Lena laughed softly. "Thank you, Aria. You saved me." Eli returned and saw Lena playing with the drone. "Looks like you're doing well." Lena looked up, feeling proud. "I am learning, Eli. This is amazing." Eli nodded. "Good. Keep practicing. You never know where your talents will take you." As the day ended, Lena felt tired but happy. She was not just a cleaning girl anymore. She was part of something new and exciting. That night, Lena returned to her small apartment. She sat by the window and looked at the stars. The city was quiet, but her heart was full of noise, hope, dreams, and questions. She thought about Eli and the chance he gave her. She wondered if she could really become like him someday. The next morning, Lena arrived early at the hotel. She found Eli waiting for her in the lobby. "Good morning, Lena," he said with a smile. "I have something to show you." He led her to a hidden room behind the elevator. The door opened to a large space filled with computers and screens. A team of engineers worked there, but they stopped when Eli introduced Lena. "This is the Innovation Lab," Eli explained. "Here, we build the future." Lena was amazed. She saw blueprints of flying cars, robots, and new machines she had only dreamed about. Eli turned to her. "I want you to meet my team. They will help you learn." The engineers smiled and welcomed Lena warmly. For the first time, she felt like she belonged somewhere special. One engineer, a kind woman named Maya, showed Lena how to use a computer to design a robot. Lena tried her best and made a simple drawing. "Very good," Maya said. "You have talent." Lena smiled shyly but felt proud. Days passed, and Lena worked hard. She learned new words, new ideas, and new skills. Sometimes it was difficult, but Eli and the team always encouraged her. One afternoon, while Eli was away, a problem happened. The main AI assistant stopped working. The engineers could not find the cause. Lena decided to help. She remembered a trick Eli had told her and carefully checked the system. After a few minutes, she found the problem, a small error in the code. With Maya's help, Lena fixed the mistake. The AI assistant started working again. The engineers cheered, and Eli was very impressed when he returned. "You saved the day, Lena," he said. "You have a real gift." Lena felt shy but happy. She realized that hard work and belief in herself could open new doors. One evening, Eli invited Lena to sit with him in his office. "I want to thank you for your help," he said. "You have changed many minds here." Lena looked at him, surprised. "I want to offer you a scholarship," Eli continued. "To study technology and science. You deserve this chance." Tears filled Lena's eyes. She felt grateful and hopeful. "I promise I will work hard," she said. Eli smiled. "I know you will." As Lena left the hotel that night, she looked at the city lights and stars above. Her life was changing, slowly but surely. She was no longer just a cleaning girl. She was a student, a learner, and a dreamer, and her journey was only beginning. The days at the Skyview Hotel passed quickly for Lena. She woke early each morning, excited to learn something new. She spent hours in the innovation lab, practicing with machines and reading books Eli had given her. Each day, she felt her mind grow stronger. Eli kept his promise and made sure Lena had everything she needed to study. He gave her access to books on science, technology, and even artificial intelligence. Sometimes he stopped by to check on her progress. When he did, Lena's heart would beat faster, but she tried her best to stay calm and focused. One afternoon, while organizing some old files in Eli's private archive room, Lena found a dusty box. Curious, she opened it carefully. Inside were photographs, letters, and small trinkets. She picked up a photo of a young boy smiling shyly. It was Eli. Lena was surprised. She had thought Eli was always rich and powerful. But this picture told a different story. The boy wore simple clothes, and the background showed a small house in a poor neighborhood. Eli walked into the room quietly and saw Lena holding the photo. He did not look angry or surprised. Instead, he smiled gently. "That was me," he said softly, "before I became who I am now." Lena looked up at him with wide eyes. You were like me?" Eli nodded. "Yes, I grew up in a poor part of the city. My family struggled to live. But I worked hard, studied, and never gave up." Lena felt a warm feeling in her chest. She was not alone. Someone she admired had faced the same difficulties. "Sometimes it feels impossible," Eli continued, "but hope is a powerful thing. It can change everything." Lena looked down at the photo again. She wanted to believe she could change her own future too. That evening, Eli invited Lena to dinner in the hotel's rooftop garden. The sky was clear, and stars twinkled above. The city lights stretched far below. They talked about dreams, struggles, and the world around them. Eli shared stories of his childhood, his failures, and the moments when he almost gave up. Lena listened closely. She saw a different side of Eli, not just the millionaire, but a person who understood pain and hope. "You inspire me," Lena said quietly. Eli smiled. "And you inspire me. Your courage and curiosity remind me why I keep going." From that night, their friendship grew stronger. Eli became not just a mentor, but a true friend. He encouraged Lena to ask questions, make mistakes, and never stop learning. One day, Lena was working with Aria, the AI assistant. They were testing a new program that could help people with daily tasks. Lena noticed a small error in the code. "Eli, there is a mistake here," she said. "If we fix this, the program will work better." Eli came to see and nodded. "You have a sharp mind. Most people don't notice these details." Lena felt proud, but stayed humble. She knew she had much to learn. As weeks turned into months, Lena's skills grew. She helped Eli's team solve problems and even design small parts for robots. Her confidence soared. However, Lena never forgot her roots. She still cleaned rooms sometimes, helped her mother, and cared for her little brother. One evening, as Lena left the hotel, she saw other cleaning girls talking quietly. They looked tired and worried. Lena walked over and smiled. "Hello, how are you?" One woman sighed. "We work so hard, but no one sees us. It is like we don't exist." Lena felt sadness. She remembered how she felt before Eli helped her. "We can change that," Lena said softly. "We deserve respect and chances to learn." The women looked at her with hope. Lena decided to help them. She talked to Eli about starting a program for hotel workers to learn new skills. Eli agreed immediately. Together, they began planning classes and workshops. Eli provided resources and teachers. Lena volunteered to teach basic technology lessons. The workers were nervous but excited. Many had never touched a computer before. Lena was patient and kind, helping them step by step. The program slowly grew. More workers joined. They laughed, learned, and dreamed together. One day, Eli visited the class. He saw Lena standing in front of the group, explaining a simple machine. "You have become a leader," Eli said quietly. Lena smiled. "I want to help others like you helped me." Eli nodded proudly. Their small project became a symbol of hope. The hotel workers felt valued and inspired. Lena felt proud but knew the journey was long. Despite the success, Lena still faced challenges. Some people doubted her, saying she was just a cleaning girl trying to do too much. But Lena remembered Eli's words, "Believe in yourself." One afternoon, Eli invited Lena to his office. He had news. "We are opening a new scholarship," he said, "for young people like you with dreams but few chances." Lena's eyes shone. "That is wonderful," Eli smiled. "You will be the first to join. I want you to study at the best academy and come back to help others." Lena felt tears of joy. She hugged Eli, thankful for his trust and kindness. That night, Lena sat by her window again, looking at the stars. She knew the road ahead would be hard, but she was ready. She was no longer just a cleaning girl. She was a student, a teacher, a leader. And most of all, she was proof that with hope and kindness, anyone could change their story. The new scholarship offer filled Lena's heart with excitement. She was ready to begin a new chapter in her life. But deep inside, she still felt a little scared. Leaving her family, friends, and the Skyview Hotel meant stepping into a world she knew little about. Eli could see the worry in Lena's eyes when he met her the next morning. "Change is never easy," he said gently, "but it can bring great rewards. You have already come so far." Lena nodded. "Thank you for believing in me." Eli smiled. "You believe in yourself. I only helped you see it." The day came for Lena to leave for the academy. She packed her small bag with the few things she owned and said goodbye to her mother and brother. Her mother hugged her tightly, whispering, "Be brave, Lena. We are proud of you." Lena promised to return stronger and wiser. The academy was unlike anything Lena had ever seen. It was a tall, shining building filled with students from all over the world. The classrooms had large windows and bright lights. Robots helped students carry books, and holograms showed lessons in the air. At first, Lena felt overwhelmed. The other students seemed confident and sure of themselves. Some looked at her with surprise because she was from a poor neighborhood and worked as a cleaning girl before. But Lena did not let their looks stop her. She remembered Eli's words, kept working hard. She asked questions, stayed after class to practice, and made friends slowly. One afternoon, while studying in the library, Lena found a book about the history of the city. It told stories of how the rich and poor lived separately, and how many bright young people never got the chance to show their talents. Lena thought about Eli's story and her own. She wondered how many more could rise if they had help. Later, Lena visited Eli's office. She wanted to learn more about his past. Eli welcomed her warmly. "What do you want to know?" Lena held the old photo she had found months ago. "Tell me about your childhood." Eli sighed and began. "I was born in the lower sectors. Life was hard. My family worked many jobs to survive. School was a luxury, and books were rare." He looked out the window, lost in thought. "But I was curious. I loved machines and wanted to understand how they worked." Eli smiled faintly. "One day, I found an old robot in a junkyard. It was broken, but I took it home and tried to fix it." Lena listened, amazed. "What happened?" "I spent months studying and repairing it. When I finally turned it on, I felt like I had created a friend." Eli's eyes shone. "That little robot was the start of everything. It showed me that with patience and hope, anything is possible." Lena reached out and touched Eli's hand. "Thank you for sharing this," Eli smiled. "You remind me of that little robot, strong and full of potential." As days passed, Lena worked hard at the academy. She studied science, math, and programming. She also learned how to lead and help others. One day, Lena met a girl named Mira. Mira was from a wealthy family but had a kind heart. They became friends and helped each other through difficult lessons. Mira said, "Lena, you have a special spark. Don't let anyone dim it." Lena smiled. "Thank you, Mira. I feel lucky to have you as a friend." Meanwhile, Lena never forgot her family or the hotel workers she wanted to help. She spent weekends organizing online classes and sending messages to those still working at SKYVIEW. Eli watched Lena grow with pride. He invited her to special meetings where they planned new projects to help people learn technology. One day, Eli showed Lena a new invention, a small, easy-to-use robot designed to teach basic skills to children and adults. "This robot will bring learning to everyone," Eli said, "even those who cannot come to the academy." Lena touched the robot carefully. "It will change many lives," Eli nodded. "And you will help lead this project." Lena felt grateful and determined. She worked late nights testing the robot and improving its programs. The robot, named Hope, became a symbol of new beginnings. It traveled to neighborhoods, schools, and homes, bringing knowledge and smiles. Lena knew her journey was just beginning. There were still many challenges ahead, but she felt stronger with every step. One evening, as Lena walked home, she saw a group of children playing with small robots in a park. Their laughter was bright and free. Lena thought about her own childhood and the boy in the photo, Eli. She realized that beneath the marble walls of the Skyview Hotel and the shining academy, there were many stories like theirs. Stories of hope, courage, and change. Lena smiled softly. She was proud to be part of a future where anyone could dream and grow, and she promised herself she would keep helping others find their light. The seasons changed, and Lena's journey continued to grow brighter. She was no longer the shy cleaning girl who once slept on the penthouse bed. Now she was a confident young woman with dreams reaching far beyond the city lights. The scholarship had opened new doors, and Lena was eager to walk through each one. One crisp morning, Lena received a message from Eli. He invited her to a special event at the Skyview Hotel. The note was simple but full of promise. "Come and see what the future holds." Lena dressed carefully that day. Her heart raced as she arrived at the hotel's grand lobby. The marble floors shined under the bright chandeliers. Guests in elegant clothes moved quietly, speaking in low tones. Eli was waiting for her near the elevators. His face was warm and welcoming. "Lena, I'm glad you came," he said. "Today is important." He led her through halls she had seen before, but now felt different, filled with possibility and hope. They reached a large conference room buzzing with people. Scientists, engineers, teachers, and even some hotel workers were there. Everyone looked excited. Eli stepped to the front and began to speak. "Welcome, friends. Today, we launch a new project, one that will bring learning and opportunity to all, no matter where they come from." He explained that the project was named Bridge. Its goal was to connect young minds from poor neighborhoods with education, technology, and mentorship. The program would use robots like Hope, the small teaching robot Lena had helped develop, and offer online classes that anyone could join. Lena's heart swelled with pride. This was more than a project, it was a movement. Eli turned to her and said, "Lena, your hard work and courage inspire us all. I want to invite you to lead this program." Gasps filled the room. Lena stood quietly, feeling surprised and nervous. "Me?" she asked softly. "Yes," Eli said. "You understand the challenges, you know the dreams, and you have the heart to make it happen." Lena took a deep breath. She looked around at the faces in the room, some hopeful, some skeptical, but all eager. "I will do my best," Lena promised. The applause was warm and encouraging. After the event, Lena met many people who wanted to help. Teachers offered to volunteer, engineers shared ideas, and community leaders joined the cause. Lena worked closely with Eli and the team to build the Bridge program. They planned lessons, gathered resources, and trained volunteers. Lena also traveled to neighborhoods to introduce hope and the new learning tools. She saw children's eyes light up when they learned to program the small robots. She met parents who were grateful for the chance to study at night after work. She heard stories of courage and hope that reminded her of her own journey. One afternoon, while visiting a school in a poor district, Lena met a boy named Jamal. He was shy but curious. He showed Lena a drawing of a robot he wanted to build. Lena smiled. "That is a wonderful idea, Jamal. Let me help you." Together, they worked on simple designs. Lena taught Jamal how to use basic tools and explained how robots could help people. Jamal's face lit up with excitement. "Thank you, Lena. I want to learn more." Moments like these made Lena's heart full. She realized that helping others was the greatest reward. Back at the hotel, Eli continued to support Lena. He gave her access to new technology and introduced her to important people who could help the program grow. One evening, Eli invited Lena to his office. He showed her plans for a new building dedicated to learning and innovation, a place where anyone could come to study, create, and share ideas. "This will be Bridge's new home," Eli said, "and you will be its leader." Lena looked at the blueprints, imagining the future. It was big, bright, and full of promise. "I will work hard," Lena said. "For all of us." Eli smiled proudly. "I know you will." As the months passed, Lena faced many challenges. Some days were tiring, and some people doubted the program's success. But Lena remembered her own struggles and kept going. She learned to lead meetings, organize events, and inspire volunteers. She found strength in the smiles of those she helped. One night, Lena stood on the rooftop of the Skyview Hotel, looking at the stars. The city below buzzed with life, but above, the sky was calm and endless. She thought about how far she had come, from a tired cleaning girl to a leader of a movement. She knew the road ahead would not always be easy, but she was ready. With hope in her heart, Lena whispered to the stars, "This is only the beginning." The Bridge program was growing quickly, reaching more neighborhoods and helping many people learn new skills. Lena's days were full of meetings, classes, and visits. She loved the work, but sometimes she felt tired and unsure. One morning, Lena sat in her small office at the hotel, looking out the window at the busy city below. She thought about the future, hers and the people she helped. Eli entered the room quietly and smiled. "You look deep in thought." Lena nodded. "There are many paths ahead. I don't know which one to take." Eli sat down. "Tell me what you feel." Lena took a deep breath. "On one hand, I want to stay here, keep leading Bridge, and help as many people as possible. But on the other, Eli, you offered me a role in your company. That is a big opportunity." Eli nodded. "Yes, it is. Both choices are good. It depends on what you want." Lena looked down, thinking, "I want to do both, but I don't know if I can." Eli smiled kindly. "You can. Sometimes the best leaders find a way to walk both paths." Lena felt hope again. Days later, Lena visited the Hotel Workers Union meeting. The workers thanked her for the Bridge program. They asked her to lead efforts to improve their work conditions and education. Lena realized that her work had become a symbol of change. She wanted to honor that trust. At the same time, Eli invited Lena to join his company's leadership team. The company was building new technologies to improve daily life, from smart homes to clean energy. Lena met with engineers, designers, and managers. She learned about running a big company and making important decisions. The job was challenging, but Lena loved using her ideas to create helpful machines. She found herself standing between two worlds, the workers who needed support and the company that could provide tools and resources. One evening, Lena and Eli walked in the hotel garden. The city lights sparkled around them. "Lena," Eli said softly, "you have grown so much. You carry the hopes of many." Lena smiled. "I want to help people like you helped me. But sometimes I worry I might fail." Eli placed a hand on her shoulder. "Failure is part of the journey. What matters is never giving up." Lena looked at the stars above. She felt stronger, ready to face whatever came. In the following months, Lena worked hard to balance her roles. She organized classes and workshops through Bridge while attending company meetings and sharing ideas. Her leadership inspired many. Workers felt their voices heard, and the company developed machines designed to help everyday people. Lena also made sure to visit her family often. Her mother's health improved, and her brother was doing well in school. One afternoon, Lena received a letter from Jamal, the boy she had met months ago. He had built his first robot and wanted Lena to see it. Lena smiled and arranged to visit Jamal's neighborhood. When she arrived, she saw the small robot moving carefully across the floor. Jamal looked proud. "I learned from you, Lena. I want to keep building." Lena's heart was full. She realized that her choices, leading Bridge and working in the company, had helped make this possible. She stood beside Jamal and whispered, "You are the future." That night, Lena returned to the hotel. She sat by the window, feeling peace. She knew that life was not about choosing one path, but making both work together, with hope and courage. Lena looked forward to the days ahead. The morning sunlight filled Lena's apartment, casting warm light on the small plants she cared for. It was a quiet day, but Lena's mind was busy with thoughts of the future. She had come a long way from the tired cleaning girl who once fell asleep on a millionaire's bed. The Bridge program was now a strong and growing movement. It connected people from all walks of life, giving them the chance to learn and grow. Lena was proud of what she and Eli had built together. But she knew the work was not done. Today was special. The new Learning Center for Bridge was opening, a bright, modern building filled with classrooms, labs, and spaces where people could create and share ideas. Lena had helped design many parts of it. She remembered when it was only a dream. At the opening ceremony, Eli stood beside Lena. Together, they welcomed a crowd of students, teachers, community leaders, and workers. The room was filled with hope and excitement. Eli spoke first. "This center is more than a building. It is a place of opportunity, a place where dreams take flight." Lena's courage and hard work made this possible. The crowd cheered, and Lena felt tears in her eyes. She looked at the people around her, so many faces touched by the Bridge program. As the ceremony ended, Lena walked through the rooms, meeting students who were eager to learn. She saw children playing with robots, adults studying computers, and teachers sharing knowledge. She stopped at a wall where a plaque was placed. It read, "Dreams don't sleep, they wake up." Lena smiled. That phrase held her journey. The moment she fell asleep in the penthouse was not a mistake but a beginning. Later, Lena found Eli on the rooftop garden. The city stretched far below, bright and alive. "Eli," she said softly, "thank you for believing in me." Eli smiled. "No, Lena. Thank you for believing in yourself." They sat quietly, watching the stars appear one by one. Lena thought about how different her life was now. She was no longer just a girl who cleaned rooms. She was a leader, a teacher, and a friend to many. She also thought about her family, her mother, who was healthier now, and her brother, who dreamed of becoming an engineer. Lena felt a deep sense of peace. The journey had been hard, but every step was worth it. As she looked up, she saw a small robot flying nearby, the Hope robot she had helped create. It moved gently, like a guardian of dreams. Lena whispered, "This is more than a dream. It is our future." From that day on, Lena continued to work hard, building a world where everyone had a chance. She helped others find their light, just as Eli had helped her. And in the heart of the city, The Skyview Hotel stood tall, not just as a place for the rich, but as a symbol of change and hope. Lena knew that dreams do not sleep forever. They wake up when people believe, work hard, and care for one another. Her story was proof that kindness and courage could build a better world. And that was the greatest gift of all.